All right, guys. I'm Big Mike, and like always, I'd like to thank you for being here today. Today we have Michael Patak, the CEO of TopstepTrader, for our Ask Me Anything session. The sessions are quick and casual. There's no prepared presentation. We'll just jump right into questions. So you guys can go ahead and start typing those questions right now. And I will be turning things over to Michael. Later today,
Thanks, Mike.
Later today I'll post the recording for this in the AMA thread, so you guys can watch it then if you want. Okay, Mike. So we already have a first few questions, and you should also see the option to share your screen now.
Okay. Are you guys seeing the one of our trade reports here?
Yeah, there it goes. We're seeing
Great.
The web window with trade report. Yeah. Your audio is really bad as soon as you shared the screen. Are you still there? Hang on just 1 second.
Mike, still up.
All right, so I took control back. It seems like as soon as you shared your screen. Okay, I'm getting some echo. Sorry. As soon as you shared your screen, your audio was gone.
Yeah. So basically, I closed some windows. I don't know if that will help. Let me do one thing here.
Okay, I'll give control back to you. And we'll try.
We can go ahead and try it one more time.
Yeah. I mean, if not, we can just do it without the screen share.
No problem.
Okay, we see the screen. Let's see if we can hear you. Are you there?
You got me?
Yeah, no, it's still bad. Okay, so what I'm
here,
gonna
Mike.
what I'm gonna do is I'll just share my screen, and we just won't have video. I don't know what's going on there, but we can hear you fine whenever you're not sharing your screen. Okay, so hopefully sorry, but hopefully that works for you.
No problem. That does work. I just wanted to share with everybody our trade report that we have with one of the traders that we're bringing up from the combine this week. It was just kind of you can see examples on their website, so it's really nothing. I'm not showing you any behind-the-door stuff that you wouldn't already see, but it just shows one of his 20-day combines, his performance in that, and his performance in one of his 10-day combines. He started in a larger combine, brought it down to a smaller combine, started with a $100,000 combine. That's going to give you more room as far as the downside and loss limits and be able to have bigger buying power. You can see his performance in that, and then you can see his performance in this 10-day combine, and it's a smaller $50,000 combine, and that's the one that we funded him out of his performance there.
Okay. Let's jump right into some of these questions. You can imagine that the very first one is, when will NinjaTrader be available? And
well, just
I kind of wanted to say something real quick about this right off the top, and I know a lot of people have been asking about NinjaTrader with TopStep for a long time, and you and I have kind of talked about it a little bit offline, and I wanted to just kind of officially give you my support for the decision that you made that's caused some of these delays, but I think it's a good long-term decision. So I know a lot of people don't fully understand what's taking so long, but it can be, much harder than it seems.
Yeah, exactly. So to answer that, we are the delay is due to, it's out of our hands first and foremost, as it's in the developer hands and the back-end provider. We're partnered up, and I'll be announcing that when we launch everything with a pretty reputable group out there. You guys probably heard about them, and I'll talk about that when it comes out. So they're building a dedicated environment for our combine folks and those in the recruits that are in our combine. This isn't as simple as, hey, just put them on a paper environment or sim environment and let them go. We have a lot of inner workings in the background, risk management stuff, and all that kind of good stuff. So they're building a dedicated environment for us. That is taking a bit longer. It's a partnership that is going to be very fruitful for both parties and actually all three of everybody as far as providing a non-risk, no trading capital at risk environment, and then also an environment to go when you're ready, as well as if you're getting funded on our aspect of it, if you're trading well and meeting the objective of the combine, you're going to be get that call, so to speak, brought up to the majors, which we like to call it, brought up and be trading with our capital. If you want to trade with your own capital, then there'll be a place for you to go there as well. Your one-stop shop for those looking to develop, those looking to get back in tune with the markets, those looking to refine their strategy, those looking to build their confidence, right, all that kind of good stuff.
So basically, you had Ninja for a little while, ran into some problems that you didn't see during the testing phase, and had to pull it off the shelf, and then you've been working with some guys in the back end to fix those problems, and actually some new things I think have happened, and then it's just one of those things where people that don't know all the information are kind of wondering, what the heck's going on, but I kind of know a little bit more than most, and I just wanted to give you my support and hope that people will just be patient with you. So
yeah, I'm not a programmer. I'm a trader, and we're scouting for traders, and we're at the mercy of making sure that the programmers get everything right. So they went through a phase last week where they're trying to break it, or the week before that, and it didn't break, so that's a good thing. So, but just like anybody who's ever dealt with any software building, you get one thing and then you find out, this needs to be fixed. That's going to take another 3 days, and then that's going to take another week. So you get that, and right, it's the nature of the beast.
Okay, Ryan asks the question: how long has the longest funded trader been funded?
I would say 1.5 years is one of our longest. He's still funded. And to top it off, the firm's been around as far as backing traders. 3 years, this is June, TopstepTrader has been around. So as far as prop firms here in the city, and we're downtown Chicago on the trading floor, and the firms that are above the trading floor and all around it, it takes many years to find traders that stay on, that stay profitable. It takes many years to find traders that stay on an account long enough to make it beneficial for everybody. So we feel very happy in our program, and we're doing this all virtually, so that's a little bit harder to get people to commit as well as bring them into the office.
Right. Jamie asked the question: have you found traders are generally more successful in the combine trading any particular market like oil or ES?
Have I found that they're more successful in the combine than I would say, I don't know about more. There's a thing about when you come from the combine in any paper environment to getting on a funded account. It's like practicing on a playing field and then getting underneath the lights and actually be the starting quarterback, and you're responsible for any mess-ups. There's that little performance anxiety that we help them get over. We're opening up a really cool team TST room for all the funded traders. You're going to be getting that mentorship, that hands-on, okay, why'd you get in that trade, all that kind of stuff. Of course, there's no charge for that. This is all stuff that the whole goal of the combine is develop and discover trading talent and then bring them up to the prop group, put them on there. But now we're adding this trading room for funded traders here. Actually, next week it starts to help develop them a lot better than on the funded account side of things. But okay, I don't see the difference too much.
Okay. Leo asks, let's talk about the custom combine. It seems a lot of traders are not familiar with it. Who can we talk to in order to get more information about that?
Well, the custom combine is something that you can send a proposal on what specific parameters you want to be evaluated on. Some individuals don't like the duration or this and that as far as what they want to be evaluated on. Some want to be evaluated only on profit only. These are all things that gives you a chance to send the proposal to us. We then review it, and we then either counter proposal or we then approve of it. That's the whole goal here. To sit there, we don't put somebody on the phone for an hour talking to our scout team, telling them exactly what they want to do. We give them, all right, this is what we can evaluate you on, all these criteria, or none of these criteria, and it could just be on profits only. But either way, we're going to hold you accountable to what you say you can do, and that's what the custom's about, is saying, okay, I can do this, this, and this. Do you approve that? We're going to look at it. We should get back to you within 3 days. If it's approved, we're going to say, all right, trade is advertised, and we're both in business. So that's what the custom combine's about.
Steve's asking about taxes. He says, have you given any thought on making funded traders members of an LLC instead of issuing 1099s to them? There are significant tax advantages to the trader. Under this scenario, for example, no self-employment tax and Section 1256 tax treatment.
Yeah, I try to stay away from any tax advice, but I do understand what he's talking about. At this point, we're not looking for anybody to become members of any LLC. We do have funded traders that are get into the agreement, the trader agreement with us under their corporation name if they have an LLC or an S corp or whatever. So we do allow that. It does not have to be under an individual name. So that is something that. I hand all our stuff over to the CPA and take care of that aspect of it, so I don't add any advice there. So if that's a tax benefit for them, then
it's always going to be a 10.
Do it.
Yeah, but it'll always be a 1099 from you guys.
1099 miscellaneous, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Steve's asking, I understand you can't give a definitive answer on Ninja, but do you have a general feeling on when it'll be available?
I've seen it, and the scout team has seen the back end. Where we manage risk, where we monitor and evaluate, and it's pulling into our trade reports. That's all done. It's more waiting for them to give the AOK, because the back-end provider doesn't want to give the AOK and have any issues, because then the credibility of their back-end is at risk. They want to make sure all that I's are dotted, T's are crossed.
Okay.
So it's in our hands. I mean, it's soon. It's soon. I don't want to give a date, and it's very soon though.
Lee is asking, how similar is CTS T4 to NinjaTrader? Does it support auto stop brackets and etc.?
It doesn't support the brackets. I know they're working on that, but there's a thing called the auto OCO, order cancel order. That's similar to the brackets, so you'd have to enter them separately. If I wanted to get in with two, it doesn't do the peel off type of thing that Ninja does. The CTS or the T4 platform is a very intuitive platform that is the second most widely used platform on the trading floor and off the floor as far as other prop desks use that, and Trading Advantage, or not Trading Advantage, but TT. I think it's called X-Trader 2. But NinjaTrader is a widely requested platform. I'm fairly familiar with it. I basically, had all my trading with T4 in the last 10 years. I was on Crossfire, I think, before that. I've changed platforms 3 times in my life. Yeah, it's a task to change platforms, but they're all doing the same thing. You can work your bids, you can work your offers, and you have your ladders and your charts.
And I see a lot of people that are starting to use Sierra Chart also, which of course works with the CTS feed built in, and everything's good to go 100% with TopStep in that regard, right?
Yes, and they'll be adding that as far as when you register for a combine, you'll be able to select Sierra Charts just to streamline it. A lot of people already are in the combine with Sierra Charts. This is just going to be more letting them know about that, and we're working out a deal with Sierra Charts on that as well.
Okay. All right, and so we're coming up on the halfway mark. We got about 15 minutes left in this session, so guys, go ahead and keep typing in your questions. Alberto's asking, please explain the trail stop limit and its reasoning and call options.
We don't do anything with call options. We do nothing with options.
Right.
We're looking into that.
Speaking of new, well, exchanges. I think that you had mentioned that you're working with, who was it, ICE or Eurex or both? You're trying to get something going on?
We're talking to Eurex. That might be something that is coming out here. I don't want to, again, say anything. So as of right now, I'm just going to say what's out there. It's all CME Group products, and CME Group is an umbrella of the NYMEX, the COMEX. So you're talking about crude oil, gold, those type of products, your 10 years, your 30 years, S&Ps, NASDAQ, corn, wheat.
Right. Pedro's asking, what is the U.S. foreigners ratio of funded traders? Like, for example, is there one particular country outside the U.S. that has a lot of funded traders?
Yeah, Russia. We got a lot of guys out of there. They tend to be more aggressive and putting it up on the upside. We're working with them to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. That's a big problem with a lot of traders, but a lot of traders become a little timid. The traders out of Russia seem to keep that aggressive, putting up the upside. We're working with them on the downside, but yeah, a lot coming from Russia.
Okay, and we should mention for anybody that has a question about that you guys support any country out there. It doesn't matter to you. There's nothing stopping anybody from being a member of the Combine, no matter where their residence, right?
Yeah, we have traders, or we have recruits in 60 different countries. We've backed a couple guys from India, one guy from China, and as I talked to you guys about the Russian community. We also have a one of the chat rooms is translated into Russian.
Okay. John's asking, what's the best way to reach you guys to discuss any recent changes at TopstepTrader?
You can follow our Twitter. You can contact us at support@TopstepTrader.com, or you can give a recruiter a call. We have recruiters that you can talk to. They can explain everything. If you have any questions, why we do what we do, or I don't understand why you have a loss limit or any of that kind of stuff, all the questions that you're asking me right now can be answered on the phone right now by calling 312-252-9490, and they're going to transfer you to somebody that's going to help you out.
Okay. Lee's asking, is there any plans to add multi-charts in the future?
We've actually kind of gotten to talks about that as well. That's all something that connects to the back end that they're putting together for us right now. So once that gets put together, we'll be able to add multi-charts to that.
Right.
And of course.
So multi-charts has to first support CTS, right?
Multi-charts. I do not. Multi-charts. What was the question again, Mike?
I'm saying that multi-charts doesn't currently support CTS, at least that I'm aware of. So they would need to before it could be a viable option for you guys, right?
Yes, that's correct. I thought you said they did. Yeah, that's correct. They do not support
right.
that.
Leo's asking I'm sorry, that last question was from Lee. If I said Leo, my apologies. Leo is asking about trading from the charts. When will that be available? So, I mean, you can do that right now with Sierra Chart and NinjaTrader. That would work just fine as well. I guess that CTS T4 doesn't have that. It just has the DOM, right?
Yeah, yes, their charts, I know they got that in the queue of stuff to do. I've talked to the developers over there and the guys, but Sierra charts, you can do that. That works already. So if you're trading from the charts type of trader, you can go ahead and use Sierra charts and work that into the Combine. But NinjaTrader, as everybody usually knows, they have that as well.
Right.
Coming out soon.
Right. Brian wants to know, how often can a funded trader take draws?
Funded trader can request a draw or a withdraw from his account twice a month. So usually first and the 15th. That's usually when they can take it. Okay.
Peter's asking, will there ever be any point that you say, okay, now I've got enough traders and permanently or temporarily close the offer to fund additional traders?
No, guys, as you know, we're bringing up traders, and there are traders that struggle when you bring them up, and there's ones that we can refine and become. We use baseball. You got your base hitters, and then you got kind of the home run guys. We're trying to get these guys to become base hitters, and then every now and then they're hitting home runs. There's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of talent we're looking to refine. The ones that are getting it are the ones that start off as base hitters. They come out. So there's no, hey, let's close the door on this. Our program works in a way that we're looking to give people the opportunity, if they can earn the opportunity by showing us either through their custom objective that they put together or through our own standard way that they can put a month together or 2 months together. So that's something we're looking to do, and then we're going to give them that opportunity to do that in the live markets, and we're going to look for that to grow as well.
Right. Okay. All right, guys. If you have any additional questions, now's the time to ask. We have just a few minutes left. Leo's asking, out of 10 funded traders, how many of those are able to meet the buffer and then start making money?
Meet the buffer and start making money. I don't know the statistic on that, but you're probably going to say 25%, around there.
Okay. And Alberto is asking about the funded account sizes. And I've seen some discussion about these account sizes excuse me, versus the maximum positions that are allowed in the leverage and so forth and so on. Do you have any comments on all that and how it works and how to help somebody view that, maybe to better understand?
Yeah, think about yourself as a pro athlete, and as if you go on the playing field and you start putting up numbers, you start producing, you're going to get the clubhouse, the front office is going to say, we want to retain that talent, we want to do anything we can to keep him or her here. That's what we do. The whole reason why we started Top Step Trader was to have a scouting agency that could go out, find trading talent, give them an opportunity. If they earn that opportunity, to put them on a funded account. If they started producing on a funded account, we are like finding your Alex Rodriguez, your Brad Pitts, your top players in professional industries, and saying we want to do what we can to keep them. So we're going to either A, negotiate certain things when the contract's up. We're going to B, give you more room. If you build up your account, we're going to give you, if you request, I want a larger loss limit, and instead of $1,000 a day, my account has 30, 40 grand sitting in it. I want $5,000 a day. I want 15 lot buying power. I want to trade this, and this market. You've earned that. You built that account up. You've earned that opportunity to be able to go in the front office and sit down and say, hey, I'm really kicking butt here. I want to take my trading up to another level. We're going to let you do that, and that's what we want to do, and those are the diamonds that we're looking to find. We got the rubies, we got the gems. We want to polish those up, but the goal is to find the diamonds as well.
So I know that you guys have the custom options for the combine itself. Does that kind of carry over once the trader is funded, or is everybody that's funded on the same playing field? How does that work?
You're funded on the same account size, buying power, and loss limit that you went through the combine with. The combine custom is basically our evaluation of you. Once you come up to the account, there's no type of evaluation like that as far as, hey, we want you to put up exactly what you said you were doing in the combine. There's nothing like that. You've earned the opportunity to trade on the funded account, so there's no you meeting a custom objective.
Okay.
No profit target. There's no profit targets either once you're funded.
Peter asks, when looking at the combine, it seems like it supports mostly one kind of style of trading, mostly trading rotations over a few ticks, even scalping. He doesn't see a way to. I'm having a hard time understanding your question, Peter, but I guess he's saying that it kind of plays more to scalpers, which is. Do you find that true? Obviously, it plays only to day traders because you don't allow any positions to be carried past the close, right?
That's the only thing it plays to. It plays to the guys that trade intraday. We have guys that trade one by one, buy one. We have one guy's funded right now. He has a day job. At the morning, I see him out with a working order. He gets filled. He has his stop in. He has his target in. Goes to work. If one of those gets hit, hopefully the target got hit. He's happy. At the end of the day, guys that are in here, and when I say guys, it's guys and girls, in here, trading 50 aside. Some people trade 200 aside. But for the most part, the average trader in here is doing about 20 a side. So we don't tell them what to trade, how to trade, anything like that. We do provide a College of Trader development so you can learn certain things. But the whole thing that we teach here and that we evaluate and implement is managing risk. We want to see how you manage risk. Bring any type of trading strategy you have. Mike, you know, if you and I both trade the same strategy, we could have different results. So there are different things about that. So it's watching your risk and how you manage that.
George is asking about, well, he says, can I use my own charts or am I limited to your stuff? So I think as we said before, you'd be able to use whatever charts you want from any platform whatsoever on the planet, and then you either have to execute through the CTS T4 DOM, or you could use Sierra Chart and their DOM and their charts for that matter. And then, of course, when NinjaTrader comes along, you'd be able to use the NinjaTrader DOM and, again, their charts if you want. But I mean, you could use TradeStation charts. You could use StockCharts.com if you want, right, as long as you're executing through a supported platform.
Yep, and we don't care what you're looking at. We're looking at your end performance. That's your execution.
Okay, just a couple questions left, and then we'll wrap things up. Alberto asking, how long is the trial period before live funding?
How long is the trial period before live funding? We have a 2-week trial. I don't believe that's what he's asking, though. We have a 10-day or 20-day combine where you need to trade a minimum of 10 days or 20 days. 10 days, you need to trade a minimum of 10 days in a month. And if you enter a 20-day combine, you need to trade a minimum of 20 days in 2 months. If you successfully meet the objective there, you're getting funded, or we call it a live trader preparation. For some individuals, we will put them through a live trader preparation where we take the profit target completely out as if they were a live trader, hence the live trader preparation, and say, all right, show us that you still got control over your downside. This might have been an individual that had one great day and every other day was mediocre at best. And we want to say, hey, there's not too much consistency there. Show us that you have great control of your downside, and things are good to go. Taking away the profit target, so you're just showing us you have downside control.
Right. And, one of the things, I mean, the getting funded is great, and I think that does appeal to, a certain type of person, right? But I've always kind of, from my perspective of looking over the shoulder of 40,000 people on BMT, what I like the most is just the risk, the discipline. That's why I always ask you guys when you come back to do webinars is always talk about risk, discipline, trade management. It's all those things that I like. So I hope that nobody focuses. I mean, I realize your business model is to fund traders, but I kind of see another opportunity here, which is for people to really go through a very structured environment that will point out the weaknesses in their trading plan.
That's exactly what we wanted to do at the combine, and then of course the icing on the cake of that is it gives us the opportunity to find who's doing that extremely well, or even subpar, and then work with that individual. The goal is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Show us that you can do the risk. You want to show yourself to do it. I mean, I blew out of 3 trading accounts 12 years ago, and I had to start over with a prop firm, and it was basically on the exact same format. I didn't get paid. I didn't do anything. Actually, I had to pay to come to work every day, and I sat down there with a loss limit on a simulator and all that kind of stuff. And it humbles you, teaches you accountability. And there's quite a few individuals that are in the combine alone that have funded accounts that are using the combine to hold them to certain accountability measures. We've had people email us and say, can you have somebody, I would love to just have somebody be like a trading cop and yell at me if I screwed up. Because anybody who's been in sports or anything, I mean, you had a head coach, you had all that kind of stuff, and that's how they kept you in line. It wasn't, you should never take anything personal. You got to have a thick skin in this business anyway, just to even trade, your own capital and weather that storm. So that's what we're looking to do, is help people manage risk, understand the dangers of not focusing, not paying attention, and just shooting from the hip.
Right. Okay. So we're coming up on 30 minutes, so I'm going to make this next question the last one. John's asking. Let's see. Okay, he says that he's been in John Hoagland's daily class. John Hoagland is the director of scouting. Is that right? At TopStep.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's been in that class, and he says that it was a great opportunity to learn from a fine educator, but the class has been discontinued. Would you please go into that topic and explain why, and if you're going to bring that back?
John is working with our funded traders every day. That class that room that I talked to you guys about, that's going to be every single day. So if you're a funded trader with us, you'll be in that room. John goes in that. He's in there all day long for funded traders only. We're looking to preserve the capital of the funded traders and help them build capital. So that's something that we saw the extremely good way in John and quality of how John teaches. We want that to be geared towards the funded traders. We might at some point open up a one-day-a-week type event to bring John back to the recruits in the program, but we want to reserve his talent for the funded people.
Okay. And you can also find several webinars that John has done with yourself and others on BMT. So those are always great resources as well.
Yep.
All right, Mike, we're at 30 minutes. So if anybody did not get their questions answered, they can reach you where? I guess TopstepTrader.com. You said they could email support@TopstepTrader.com. And then you guys had a phone number.
Yeah, and you could talk to somebody, and that's something that there's enough uncertainty in the markets. I don't want you having any uncertainty if you're interested in what the Combine has to offer you. You can call 312-252-9490. Tell them that you got some questions. They'll transfer you to the right guy.
Okay.
312-252-9490.
All right, and I'll post this recording in the AMA thread on BMT. If you're not sure how to find it, go to the top right where it says search, type in AMA space TopStep Trader, all one word, TopStep Trader, and that'll put you there. All right, guys. Thanks, Mike, for your time, and I'll see you back on the forum for the next webinar.
Sounds good, Mike. Thanks for having me. Great questions. Everybody take care. Trade smart. Always trade for tomorrow, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
We'll see you.